Greetings, salutations, and welcome back to another one of Batdownski's Out of the Park 23 videos. I normally talk about no money spent, yada, 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 but I wanted to get through a few high-value cards. I've been losing again in the tournaments. I don't like it a lot, but there's some lessons I learned and some cards that I'm missing, and I feel like I can spread that information onwards, so... let's do a little bit of that, shall we? And here's our top 5 Iron League cards. Here's a tournament I was unsuccessful in, another one of those daily late irons. Let's take a look at what we can learn from my opponent, the Muskoka Monsters, because they have a few of the cards that I am very much looking for. So starting off, this is my number 1. I guess I could have gotten 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but like, no, we're going with 1. It's Bill Salkeld. This is the best hitter you could have in an Iron League. It is the absolute best hitter, bar none. This guy rakes every single time. He hits for power. Like, look at this. Look at this OBS plus. This guy just raked me over the coals. Now, his defensive utility, a little less useful defensively. Like, you start to look at this and you're like, oh, okay, he's not a great catcher. But, like, as a designated hitter, this guy is unreal. Like, I'm using Mejia, the switch-hitting catcher from the Rays. But, like, he just... that's my DH. He just can't stand up to Salkeld. Like, this guy just absolutely rakes. If you have an opportunity to add this guy for a reasonable price, I would jump all over it because he's winning tournaments left, right, and center right now. My number 2, that if you can find him, get him, is this guy right here, Jody Reed. He's an okay shortstop. Like, the defensive utility of this guy is okay, but as a second baseman, that plays up, and then he has a phenomenal bat. Like, look at this bat. Like, compare this to, like, say, a 100 Francisco Lindor. This guy has better in BABIP, avoid Ks, contact, gap power, eye. Just power. That's an 100 Lindor versus a 59 Jody Reed. Like, granted, Lindor's adding a lot over here, defense and the base running and whatnot, but I just mean... this is a phenomenal value card. Now, it is going for a lot right now. Like, if I tried to get this, you know what? That's not bad. Whoops. Yeah, mine now. No money spent, but, like, this is what I've been getting from my achievements and whatnot. Jody Reed, that was a must-add. I'm kind of curious now. Yeah, that's not quite as good. Jody Reed for 400, I would take. You saw, I was like, I'm not leaving that for you. I'm sorry, I've got to take it. But Jody Reed, really good. Bill Salkeld, really good. These are cards that I find on almost, like, every team that beats me has these two. Honestly. They're the best that you got right now. Michael Tucker is my next one, and strangely enough, here he is. I do have this one. He's a really good corner outfielder. There's a little bit of positional versatility. He's pretty good defensively. Like, that's good. It's not great, but he's got some speed, and he adds a lot around a few different places. Like, he does strike out, but, like, his power numbers, his eye, like, he walks a bunch, he hits some dingers, he runs, he feels. It's really just the BABIP avoid case contact that you're looking for this guy. But, like, right here, no, that wasn't MVP in my round. But, like, again, 152 OPS plus in just this last tournament I played. This guy raked. He raked. Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3. Like, that was really hard to deal with. Like, I obviously didn't win. He swept me. Swept. And I'm making the videos, damn it. But, like, really good player. Those are 3 really high value cards. Now, where else? Because I don't think this team has them. Let's take a look. Nope, doesn't have the next one. And I will note, these are all position players. Like, I'm not getting to pitching right now. I'll let you know when I figure out the pitching. You know, I'm using Eddie Foster. Here's my number 4. Mickey Stanley. Like, I beat this team. I did not thump them. Mickey Stanley is one of the better center field options available. If you look, he's got phenomenal outfield range. He's got really good error. Like, he's a really good defensive player. So even at his worst, he's providing some, like, defensive utility there. Like, he's a really 1.2 zone rating in 12 games. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then you start looking like a void case. He's got some pop in the bat, gap power. He's not the best at making contact with the ball. So, like, I wouldn't bat this guy 1. I wouldn't be batting this guy at the top of mine. But, like, bottom of the lineup, he can contribute. And he can be a really quality center fielder. I think he's a good player. I think he's a real good player. I'm using a guy, like, I don't feel the need to go out and get Mickey Stanley. I'm using a different guy, but, like, I think Mickey Stanley for 100 is a pretty high value add that a lot of people could make that would improve where they're sitting in the standings. But, like, I'm using Alex Sanchez. I think Alex Sanchez is fine. Alex Sanchez probably about equivalent utility as Stanley, but here you go, 14 games, less zone rating, less effective defender, probably a better hitter. To taste, right? Like, take it into account. But Mickey Stanley's a really good player. I really think he's a good ad for 100. And my last one that I would take a look at here would be, let's see if I can find him just on a team that I play. There we go, right there. Pinky Whitney, probably the best third baseman we can get right now. And again, if I'm looking at, like, finding him in the card shop, 247, would I do that? Actually, yeah, I would. There you go. You're watching me just improve my Iron League team. But seriously, look at this. Very good defense. Good base running. Not great speed, but, like, he's fine. And then you start looking at, like, some of these stats. The only thing he's not bringing is power. Brings a lot everywhere else. He's making contact. He's driving to gaps. Again, this all has to do with your play style. But I think Pinky Whitney, really good ad. Especially, like, 100, 200, like, if you get in that range, I think I just paid 250. Really solid ad. And any of these guys will provide a lot of value to your Iron League teams. Right now, these are the guys at the top of the current meta. Bill Salkeld at catcher/DH. Jody Reed, middle infielder. Michael Tucker, corner outfielder. Mickey Stanley, center fielder. And Pinky Whitney, third baseman. These are my top 5 Iron League players as of mid-May 2022. And once again, another production of Batdownski playing Out of the Park Baseball 23. Like and subscribe. If you have a comment, you think somebody I missed, please hit me up in the comment section. I will tell you exactly what I think of that player. It's probably right as well. Like, this is all tailored to what you're looking to do, but these are some very high value cards in the current meta at the Iron League if you're hoping to win some tournaments. That being said, have a wonderful day, and Batdownski out.